形容这条，所以这个呢，跳彩跳到一定的，这你这个呢，这你是对了，你知道all OK，如果一个是到OD，比如那个穿可能好啊，个穿比如那个啥，这个节奏上的是吧？有那么all路的啊，那么，一个 interview 的 all 是个经历的。그시당가면그거는저기는쓰는이야그게그게예쁘요그중요한거는 굉장히작은거나 그래서 check 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 옆에 너 receiver记录那个厂呢，这边别提到厂是，예这뭐 정도 눈에 너무 그치 내가 어느 거 다이동아 그치 말로 너무 핑크선 2,500원 하나 그거 뭐게 그거 300원 그거 300원 그치 300원 저기도 300원这都没事人家是啥种真的这是都被那么爱真的这个保险的是都压力지금그여기안빼고나 사람들이요, 세나야 잡고라야.
All right, are we ready? Well, good morning. It is my honor as the mayor of the city of Fresno to be here today. This is a good celebration, a good time to be able to get together and to be able to celebrate the Hmong New Year. I am very, very excited to welcome everyone here today and to welcome back the Hmong New Year to the Fresno Fairgrounds as we again celebrate the Hmong New Year in Fresno. As the mayor of Fresno, I'm extremely proud to have the largest Hmong population in our city, right here in Fresno, in Southeast Fresno, one of the largest Hmong populations of anywhere outside of Asia, Southeast Asia. The Hmong community adds so much in terms of our rich culture and diversity here in the city of Fresno, and a group of people that I have come to love over the years and made many, many friends. The Hmong people are very hardworking, very family-oriented, stress education, discipline, and respect of the elders. And so it is a group of people that I have grown fond of over the years. The Hmong New Year celebration is the largest Hmong New Year celebration of any kind in the United States of America. And unfortunately, as a result of the pandemic, we were not able to have the celebration last year. But under the leadership of Mitch Hurd, we are having that celebration here in the city of Fresno this year. Although the number of days is going to be shortened to only have 4 days of the celebration, I can tell you the level of enthusiasm has not lessened in terms of putting this incredible event on. The Hmong New Year celebration is centered on the agricultural history and religious traditions of the Hmong people, and it's viewed as a time to celebrate the harvest and to be able to seek the blessings of ancestors and those traditions that continue here in Fresno. The first Hmong New Year celebration was held in the early 80s in our city. And at that time, Hmong refugees came together from the Hmong Cultural New Year to celebrate at Roding Park. And I think at that time, there were a handful of families that came together, privately funded celebration. The following year, there were about 25 families. And as the Hmong celebration continued to grow, it was housed at that time right here at the Fresno Fairgrounds. And, you know, there was a time, unfortunately, that there were 3 Hmong New Year celebrations in our city. But since that time, they have all united, and we have 1 Hmong New Year celebration in Fresno. And that celebration has now grown to over 100,000 people that pass through the gates here at the fairgrounds over the time of the Hmong New Year event. And new this year, we are adding a special Hmong New Year sign at the corner of Kings Canyon and Chan. And it is to be able to remind residents year-round that we are the host of the biggest Hmong New Year celebration in America. What we have found from the pandemic is the fact that it's been challenging to be able to host large-scale events. And what that means is they have to scale back on the number of vendors, and we are uncertain about the number of people that might come through the gates. And we also know that that all creates financial uncertainty. And that's why I am very proud as the mayor of this city to be able to, along with Council President Luis Chavez, to be able to come together with the Hmong Hmong New Year Cultural Committee and to be able to provide them with a sponsorship check. You know, what people do not know is that this celebration brings people from all over the United States to our community. That promotes tourism, increased hotels, flights in and out of our airport, restaurants being frequented by visitors, and again, it promotes tourism in Fresno. So at this time, what I'd like to do is to have the president of the Hmong New Year, Mitch Hurd, if you would come up and bring all of the folks with you. Council President Chavez and I would like to present you with a sponsorship check. Come up here in front, Mitch, and we're going to do a special presentation. And the real $50,000 check has already been provided to the group. So at this time, you know, I'm going to have Council President Luis Chavez also come up and speak. But I do want to say this to the Hmong people in Fresno. We love you. We welcome you with open arms. We love the diversity that you bring to our community. We love the rich cultural that you bring. And my encouragement for the Hmong community is that they would hang on to that tradition, hang on to that culture. The Hmong dancers and the food and all that brings a rich diversity to our community. And so, again, I have grown fond of the Hmong people. Thank you for them, or thank all of them that are here with us today. And I would like Council President Chavez to come up at this time.
Good morning, and welcome to Southeast Fresno. I'm very proud to represent this community. As many of you know, I grew up here in the area, not too far from the Fresno Fairgrounds. And I can tell you that this is one of the events that our community looks forward to every single year. As the mayor mentioned, overall, we get over 1 million people that come through the Kings Canyon-Ventura corridor. For the Hmong New Year, it's always been a great, huge celebration that our community looks forward to. But I want to just briefly touch on something that is, in my view, historic and has not been done before in the city of Fresno. And I want to talk a little bit about how that came about, because that came about as a community of Hmong community leaders coming together and requesting that a sign to memorialize, but more importantly, honor our Hmong culture here in the city of Fresno be placed on a public street. And so we met about 2 years ago. Our community leaders came to City Hall. We met in my office, and we discussed what that would look like. In researching it, I discovered that there has never been a bilingual sign placed in the city of Fresno. So this is actually the first bilingual sign in the city of Fresno, and it happens to be in Hmong language. And I want to thank the leaders, community leaders that came and visited me and requested that we work together. I also want to recognize the folks that helped in this effort. One of them was our Public Works Director, Scott Mosier. He was very helpful in helping us go through the process. But also our sheet metal workers. They were the ones that we actually cut the first template and incorporated the design. And the design is very symbolic and representative of our Hmong community. And as you can tell by the visuals that it has there, it helps other folks that are not necessarily familiar with the Hmong community recognize and know what each of those symbols mean. And that was done by working with our Hmong leaders and making sure that it one, honored the culture, two, respect it, but more importantly, for future generations, allows them to see the contributions of the Hmong community here in the city of Fresno. And I said this the other day, that you cannot write the history of Fresno without including the Hmong community. That is a beautiful new chapter that we are writing as a city with the mayor's vision of one Fresno. We always joke that it's one Fresno, many hoods, the Southeast being one of them. And that's one of the most, to me, honorable and beautiful things that our community has, that we can have all cultures come together and celebrate. And something that I want to note, and you'll see this in the celebrations that will happen in the upcoming days, is it's not just the Hmong community that comes to the fairgrounds and celebrates New Year. You have all of our communities from Caucasian to African American to Latino to Armenian and everything in between that come and celebrate what it means for our community to come together. And I want to especially thank Mitch and the work that you've been doing in coordinating this. Especially thank you for my vest, extra medium works. The mayor's was a little bit snug. If anybody wants to know, it was a double XL. But it's all muscle for the mayor. But that to me goes to show you just what the Hmong culture is all about. It's about friendship, it's about respect, and it's about honoring each other in our city. And so with that, I want to thank the committee again, ACNY, for the work that they've been doing. I know it's not easy. It hasn't been an easy 2 years. Last year we had to postpone the Hmong New Year, but this year we are back. And so I'll ask our residents, if you didn't get a chance to come last year, come twice. come and support our vendors. A lot of them are local small businesses. We have a great program for entertainment, and we're going to have a safe, healthy New Year. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the Fresno Center. As you can see here to my left, this will actually be the vaccination area that we're going to be providing for our folks that come into the fairgrounds. And so with that, I would like to invite Paib from the Fresno Center, if you want to come up and say a few words. Thank you.
Good morning. I need to move this a little bit lower. It feels great to be among friends and colleagues again, as we celebrate and enjoy this holiday season. Thank you to Mayor Dyer and Council President Luis Chavez for this historical press conference. I want to acknowledge a few key folks that are with us today, who are leaders and elders in our Hmong community. The current president of the SGU veterans, Mr. Nomtswv, the advisor to the SGU veterans, Mr. Nyiaj, and then the current vice president of the SGU, Mr. Hmoob-Full. They're also here with us. These gentlemen, along with many other Hmong elders and leaders, are the ones that persevere and ensure that we continue to celebrate our Hmong New Year here in the United States, specifically here in the city of Fresno. On behalf of the Hmong community, thank you, Council President Luis Chavez, for your commitment and promise to the elders when they met with you back in 2019, as you mentioned earlier. The gentlemen that met with you, they are here with us as well. I wanted to acknowledge Mr. Ga Ya, who's here, Mr. Na Hu Ya, who's also here with us. And the other gentleman is my older brother that came and met with you, Mr. Tolenya. He's not here with us this morning, but he sends his gratitude. Our Hmong community has been celebrating this Fresno Hmong New Year here for over 30 years. The tradition of the Hmong New Year is to celebrate with families and friends at a time when harvest is finished. That's how we used to celebrate it in the old country. In addition to that, and especially here in the U.S., it is also an opportunity for our community to preserve our heritage as we enhance our culture here in the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. The celebration is for everyone, as the mayor and the councilman mentioned. It's not just for the Hmong community, it's for the Fresno community. So for over 30 years, there's been no marker or identification to showcase this annual celebration, which is the largest in the U.S. with over 100,000 attendees in the 7-day celebrations of cultural festivities. The Fresno Hmong New Year celebration is usually from December 26th to January the 1st, but because of the pandemic, as mentioned earlier, we didn't have one in 2020. So this year, as we continue to live with this virus, and as we continue to be fearless, but not reckless, we're celebrating the Hmong New Year here, and I want to thank the Hmong Culture New Year Celebration, Inc. for hosting this New Year again. The days will be from December the 30th to January the 2nd. And we want to invite everybody to come out and enjoy this celebration with us, not just the Hmong community. And if you guys recall and listen to what we're saying, we're calling it the Fresno Hmong New Year celebration. It's the Fresno celebration of the Hmong New Year. Once again, thank you to Council President Luis Chavez, Mayor Dyer, and the City of Fresno for this historical Fresno Hmong New Year city sign. It is a true honor to have our Hmong New Year celebration recognized in the City of Fresno as we help cultivate Fresno to achieve our mayor's vision and goal of one Fresno. Happy New Year, Nyiaj Chia. At this moment, I would like to set a little bit of my time and invite one of our elders and leaders in our Hmong community, Mr. Nyiaj, to come up and say a few words. Mr. Nyiaj.
ท่านผู้เจอท่านเจอก็แล้วแต่ Good morning. Nhớ trong sân gió lúc nào qua thì giờ sự sinh chuẩn chân cho bê hay này mong nhớ cho operational.
Good morning. Today is an important day for our Hmong community in the city of Fresno.
Cha ta cú vấn đề là cho con ta để biết cho nên mong họ biết cho cô tu trò ACU. Thế này con tôi cho cô tu trò ACU để hai ngày mong to ba chục người America sống trên chỗ buồn cho ý cho xa chỗ chi thấy cho cái Hồ Chí Minh sao rồi chủng tu trò America nhá rồi như là AT.
So, on behalf of the SGU organization, I'm speaking regarding to General Vang Pao, who has led the Hmong military to defend with the Americans from 1961 to 1975.
Bây giờ choรัฐบาลอเมริกาcho nó cho chữ เป็นลำดับขั้น bây giờ lúc tôi chờ chê và bây ở hồ lửa cho chồng của America cho tôi cho phải cho để cho community side by side bây giờ lúc tôi chờ tàu lâu chờ chỉ hiệu xa lúc đi còn trộn nu nào.
I wanted to thank the U.S. government along with the military that we have fought side by side, but we have to leave the country. And then it has been 45 years and 7 months as of today.
Giờ này chúng nó biết thầu choรัฐบาลอเมริกา The lúc tới giờ America biết ta nói được biếtตัวbiết sen America là biết lúc lỡ là Trump lỡ giờ nhớ rồi chỉ đơn.
And again, I wanted to thank the U.S. government that has given us the opportunity to live in the United States, and also thank the White House.
The biết hai nền America thế hai nền mong giờ một lúc lỡ thế xa tôi cho tròn xa rồi cho tiền cho tờ sẽ được tiền một cho xe nhau cái dạng của đi để biết lúc lỡ nhau cho họ biết lúc gì biết cho biết sẽ giờ được tiến ra để tới tan ra trong biết sẽ lúc nào giờ lúc trong xe chạp lỡ biết lúc lỡ nhau cho họ Fresno nào.
So the White House is like a heart to our Hmong community that is giving blood, that's pumping blood to the community. And today, the heart for the Hmong community is here in the city of Fresno.
Thổ nhớ đi, Hậu City, Hậu Fresno nhớ đi bây giờ drive. Là một chỗ cho nó chứ làm đặc khăn. Phó cho chuyên chỉ để bê trả mong bê cho chip hạ tổ cho lúc kia tê chỉ thái trọng phương America. Cho lúc nó bê lúc đó thì chủ sĩ nhớ rồi họ luôn đồng Fresno li mayor nào như là ô lúc lỡ ô tròn trái thiệt đồ bây giờ ba bữa nữa nhớ đồ luôn đồng Fresno.
To our mayor, Dyer, who is our heart, who's pumping the blood to our community, not just our community, but across every community in the city of Fresno.
Do tổ dung lên nó là bên mỗi tổ dung thôi cho thì mấy giờ nào bây giờ ý sự cho ta này còn đến đó bên chỉ thì bên tổ mua lúc chưa bên chỗ nhau tổ Fresno nào, và giờ mua lúc chưa bên chỗ permanent nhau tổ ở phía cầu nào, thằng đó bây giờ nó cho ít tuổi thơ tu chứng sự rồi đại là nửa tuổi chia lọc có kho cho nó còn rút từ thiên cho sẽ được cho nó cho họ lúc trả thơ nào.
To Mayor Dyer, who was our former chief, who was with us even when our General Rainbow was here with us in the city of Fresno.
Giờ li lúc nào có chuyện gì nó chủ sĩ là một thiên một bên chuyện này mong cho có chơi tụi chúa họ chờ của nhau tàu cũng sinh là để có thể mua bút được bên trên này mong giờ li lúc nào bên tàu chờ cho mấy giờ xa họ hai tàu nếu giờ lúc lỡ thì bên sẽ đời nếu qua cho xa xa cho bên trên này mong tôi xua tủ dạng của lúc chế giờ chỉ một lúc lỡ là lúc chế nhiều chỉ ta hô lử mà thọ chuyến tu giờ sau anh đã phòng có mong cho mấy giờ nó có mua xe mua giò áp phá này của áp tôi muốn nó do lúc cổ trong cái này mong nhớ cho lúc đồng Fresno nó bây giờ nó bây giờ cái nó lúc bây giờ đời bỏ cái tài xế nó bây tuần đấy bỏ đi nó là bây giờ này mong cho chuyên gì cho doctor engineer professor ở tua nhớ cho lúc đấy giờ mấy cái nó phá được tụ họ này cho chuyên gì được chụp về mấy cái bỏ cho cái bây giờ chỉ phá tụ chọn lúc đấy chế baจะพูดจาอเมริกา
Wanted to thank the mayor and also God bless the mayor for supporting the Hmong community and to continue to support us throughout this year and on to the next for 2022. And it is because of him our community has thrived, and thanks to him a lot of our youth has become lawyers, doctors, engineers.
Cha the big city council Marcia li cho holu no có what a size việc khám to mong sống chia nào do the city council to president Louis Chavina do to Marcia bỏ để bên mong yêu sĩ rồi nhưng mà chưa chỉ số đi theo sĩ rằng bỏ đi nào giờ lên ngoài này tôi nhớ không nào giờ tháo bỏ thơ kia thì bây giờ bây giờ America bây giờ tàu sĩ luôn để tháo bỏ cho sắp rồi tới cầu bây giờ cho nó hai lũ cộng một chỗ là bây giờ này mong để cụ tháo sau cho chị nó tháo bỏ cho tàu.
Further, I'd like to also acknowledge and thank Council President Luis Chavez for also being a great supporter for our community, who is a pioneer in making sure that the community thrives on.
Next speaker is Mitch, President of the Hmong Culture New Year Celebration.
Before Mitch, come on up here. Mitch has gotten to be a good friend of mine and somebody that I deeply respect. You know, there are times when people step up and give of themselves. And Mitch, over the last few years, have given of himself in a huge way. Mitch doesn't accept any money for doing what he does and putting this Hmong New Year celebration together. He has committed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours to do this, and I really think we owe Mitch, before he comes up and speak, a big round of applause for his dedication and commitment.
Good morning. Nyiaj. Today is a very, very special day and historical day for the city of Fresno here, especially for the American community here. First of all, I want to thank our mayor, Jared Dyer, and Fresno City Council President Luis Chavez, and all the city council members that are not here today. On behalf of Hmong Culture Media Celebration and the Hmong community here in Fresno, thank you very much for your sponsorship for this year here. So let's give them a round of applause for the great sponsor here. And secondly, today is a long time coming. As a young boy, grew up in Fresno here, I've been to every Hmong New Year, from Kearney Park to Chaffee Zoo to Santa Arena to the Belmont. I mean, all of you here, the Swami over here, and then here in Fresno Fairground here. The Fresno Hmong Culture Media Celebration here is a national treasure. It's a national attraction that every Hmong person in the United States, they know that Fresno Hmong New Year is the largest Hmong New Year in the United States. And they know that every year, from December 26th all the way to the 1st, is the first Fresno Hmong New Year here. As the president here, we do not need to do any major marketing or campaign to let people know that the biggest New Year is here. Every year at this time of the year, they know, and everyone flock to Fresno here. In Fresno County here, especially the city of Fresno here, our parents, our great parents, made this as their home. And now, in my early 50s here, and I have my own children, and we have called Fresno our home. So I am honored, beyond words, excited and happy that, throughout, with so many people here, with our great friends, the mayor, city council president, Luis Chavez, and many other people helped to make this possible here. So this coming year here, every person that comes to the Fresno Hmong New Year, they will see the sign out here on Kings Canyon to let them know that this is the monument, the largest Fresno Hmong New Year in the country. And I am grateful for that. And this is a legacy that we will leave behind for every citizen in the city of Fresno here to come here and to help to join us to celebrate the rich culture of the Hmong American here. I would like to say a few words in Hmong. Rong Sha Chapla, no ya inu chu sing, to pay jana me basic ya to Rong Fresno the no. Chu sing Chapla ya to pay Jenny Hmong, pay jana ya ji ya pu ya ya no ya chu, pay tao to ya to te chao no. Chu sing Chapla ya to county Fresno County no. Pay no more lu jay lu ja no pay. Lúc dậy lúc giờ một đội bên thầu nhau bên cho nãy giờ bút giờ cho nó cho chú việc trong bút tàu chạy bên số lần mong vậy người ta lo trong nhà nó nào chỉ tàu hà đời bên tàu nhau rồi lúc trong rồi nó cho nó cho chú bút lu bên bút bang bên bút thời vàng bên tiêu giờ vì bên cho nãy giờ gì để chỉ thân được buồn rồi bây giờ bút tu trò vì giờ mua bố tu ra tu chỉ giờ lên nó cho nó cho chú thân đến lu bê trồng bông cho được xua tu để lúc nào cô hạ cho bê trồng bông chỉ hạ cho nhau lên nhau về chú sinh trồng rồi giờ bê cho mình nhau luôn trồng nó bêอยู่จุดเตาเช่ามาลูกha ban cho nó cho chú ban cho ban rồi nữa là họ nó họ chân chỉnh để bê cho nó cho gì cho nó cho chú để lúc nào bê cho tu ở kia 被总公司的被才到在都站进的喏，做公公的喏，原来被总公司的被我第一项我叫本you know city mayor Jerry Dyer and first city council member president Louis Travis, okay. And lastly here, like Paul mentioned earlier here, normally we have the first of Hmong New Year here for Sunday day, but due to the pandemic here, this year we only have 4 days. But you know what? We had the best 4 days too. Okay, so we're gonna kick off. This is the right way how we kick off the first of Hmong New Year here. So tomorrow will be our first day, Thursday, and then Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. So I would like to invite the whole community here in Fresno to come out to join us to celebrate the first of Hmong New Year celebration 2021 and 2022, okay? And Happy New Year! Nyiaj cho chúng ta được bên ý chụp tin trong một số lần số tuần này, một chọn đâu.
This is amazing to see the community come together for something so historical and so positive. And I want to take the opportunity because they're the ones that brought it in. Mike Lopez from the sheet metal workers donated time, effort, energy, and resources. Let's give Mike a round of applause for the sheet metal workers. He's with the Sheet Metal Workers 104 local, and he is actually the brainchild. And this sign was actually done by apprentice in the sheet metal worker program here locally, and he's been actually keeping it for a little over a year. But it is now going to be kept here at the fairgrounds as our official history keeper. And the one that you see out in the street on Kings Canyon in Chance, right out here when you take a left on Kings Canyon, is the Department of Transportation authorized version of that. So once again, Mitch, Powell, Mayor, Mike, thank you so much for your contribution. But I want to especially thank the community leaders that brought this to my attention, to the city's attention. This was truly a community-led effort, and I want to thank them for doing that. Mayor?
Right. On behalf of the city of Fresno, thank you, and the Hmong community. This is a beautiful sign. And I can't think of a better way to start the New Year celebration for the Hmong community than with this beautiful sign and the $50,000 contribution from the city of Fresno to make sure that this Hmong New Year stays in Fresno and will be here for many, many years. I've had the privilege of attending over 25 Hmong New Year celebrations. And I am always excited every year to be able to experience what this celebration has to offer to our community. So I want to encourage everyone in this community, not just folks from the Hmong community, but from all parts of Fresno, to come to the fairgrounds over the next 4 days and experience the rich diversity that our Hmong culture has to offer to all of you. The Hmong food, the Hmong music, the Hmong dancing, the ball toss, everything that goes with the Hmong Year celebration. I'm encouraging people in Fresno to come out and experience. And I can't think of a better way to show our appreciation in America for all of the efforts that have been done by the Hmong community to support our soldiers during time of war than to come out and support this celebration. So thank you, and God bless you. And if there are any questions, we'll take them. If not, we'll, I'm sure, do some more photos. All right, thank you everybody for coming out.
There we go.